Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of The Fishing Teacher, and really appreciate you guys swinging by the channel to check today's episode out. And guys, I'm in the middle right now of my tackle organization. It's like anytime I get a break, like between the tournaments where I got a month or two between them, I like to sort of get everything regrouped and recouped and everything. And I've got my hook and sinker box that I'm doing today, and it's sort of a mess because I've been fishing out of it all year long, and I'm going back through it and organize it. And I think it'd be interesting. I'm just going to show you guys how I organize my hook and tackle, my hook and weight box, and some accessory stuff like that to make my fishing really efficient and just flows a lot better. So I'm going to show you guys that in today's episode. Also, guys, quick reminder, just want to invite everybody to please swing by and check out my Fish the Moment lake map breakdowns, man. We got maps for all 4 seasons of the year up right now. We got our fall maps. A lot of you guys are planning fall fishing trips. This is a great resource, guys, to learn some good spots on a lake you're going to or a place you've never been to before. I'll put my Fish the Moment lake map breakdown link in the description of the video. And also, guys, anyone interested in booking an on-the-water lesson with me, getting them going for this fall, just send me a private message on my Facebook page, Randy Blaukat Professional Angler, and I'll shoot you some information on that. So I really appreciate that. Okay, guys, one of the things, I am like a tackle tweaking junkie. In other words, I love to mess with tackle. I love to play with it. I love to organize it. I always have. It's like I'm constantly looking for the perfect system, and I still haven't figured it out. It's like there's always something that comes up that I can do a little bit better, so I'm always changing it. But I'm sort of going to show you guys what I'm in the middle of right now, how I like to organize my stuff, and three of the most, well, actually, this is going to be one of the most critical boxes. It's like this hook and weight and accessories box is probably the one I use more than anything else in my fishing. So I'm going to sort of show you how I guys got it set up. So let's turn the camera around here and I'll show you. Okay, guys, here's the two of the boxes I had this year. Now, in this box right here, I had just all of my different worm hooks, different styles of it. I'll go over that in a second. This box here, I had my weights and some accessory stuff that I'm moving everything. I'm taking these two boxes and I'm incorporating it into this box right here, what I'm gonna do. So you can see right here, I've got my peggets. I've run out of, I use a toothpick most of the time to peg my sinkers, but I've run out of toothpicks. Well, I got one left there. I'm gonna have to get some more toothpicks, but this is all my pegging stuff here. Here's replacement split rings. I'm always needing some of those. Here's my beads and clackers for Carolina rigs. Here's all my drop shot weights right here. Here's my suspend strips. And that's this right here. This is a handy deal, guys. This is a piece of a milk jug that I cut up, and I cut little squares out of that to put my trailer hooks on. It holds my trailer hooks on, but I use these suspend strips quite a bit. And what I'm doing here is I'm taking all my weights here and I'm organizing them according to size. Like I got my 1/16 and 1/8 ounce there. I've got my 3/16 there. You know, I've got all my quarters, 5/16, 3/8, half ounce, 3/4, all my big 1 ounce weights. And there's some of my Carolina rig weights right there. Now my hooks, what I have here is I have a combination, guys. All the hooks I use pretty much are these Gamakatsu G Finesse. This G Finesse hook right here, guys, is the best worm hook you can buy. Actually, I'll have that in my Tackle Warehouse link if you guys want to get some. But I've got my G Finesse worm hook, straight shank for the most part. As you can see, I prefer straight shanks. I do have some EWGs here for certain baits, like maybe occasionally like a tube or a fluke or something like that. But primarily, I do like the straight shank. I've got them everything from like the little number ones here all the way up to the big heavy-duty matte flipping hooks here, big super heavy-duty ones. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both of these boxes, incorporate it into one box here for simplicity reasons and boat storage. Okay, so guys, this is one box you really need to spend some time, putting together for yourself here. Some recommendations here as far as your hooks and your slip sinkers and all that is you need a wide variety of slip sinkers. I mean, you need everything from a 1/16 ounce, like to put on a little Cinco or something like that, all the way to 1.5 ounces for, heavy duty flipping and pitching for mats. So you really need about every size of slip sinker that you can possibly use. I'll probably do a video at some point on there. And also you need 2 different colors. You need a black color and you need a green pumpkin color. Also, guys, I'll link some of my favorite slip sinkers in my Tackle Warehouse link here. I got a couple of different brands that I use quite a bit that I like, but I'll put that in the description here. But definitely you want to have two different colors there, because if you're using like a green pumpkin or a watermelon colored worm, you always want to use a matching type of a slip sinker, something in that natural green pumpkin or brown. And if you're using a dark colored bait like a black soft plastic, or maybe a June bug or red bug, you want to use black to make it where it just sort of blends in a little bit more. And then the hooks, guys, you really have to have a lot of different hook sizes based upon all your different plastics. I use a 1/0, 2/0, 3/0, and a 4/0 is the biggest I use. It's like that Gamakatsu 4/0 is a pretty wide hook, and it takes about the biggest plastic. So I've got 4 different sizes, and then I also use a couple different diameters. Gamakatsu makes a heavy cover worm hook, and then they make a super heavy cover worm hook, a little bit thicker. So I have both of those. I'll have the super heavy, like for pitching and flipping, and then just the heavy cover for like the traditional Texas rigs. I'll put all that stuff in the link too there. And then you definitely want to have all that other stuff I talked about. Your Carolina rig stuff, your accessory stuff for your weights and your, pegging system, just anything that you can use. And it helps if you try to get into the one box. If you can get it into one box, it makes it a lot more efficient. You don't have to dig around for it. And one of the things I did last year that I'm changing for this year is I had 3 different accessory boxes. I had one box just for weights, I had one box for hooks, and I had another box for like spinnerbait blades and snaps and split rings and that type of deal. But I'm incorporating it through simplification into one box for this system. And don't ever underestimate the advantage of simplifying your tackle. It's like, more simple you can put it, guys, the better it's going to be. So, but that's how it works for me. I just, I'm constantly looking for a better system. It's like, just figure out your own. But, the way that I showed you right there works pretty good for me. So hope it helps you guys out. We'll talk later.